The spectacular birth of Queen Victoria. Around 1818 and 1819, there was a pressing issue of succession within the royal family. In 1817, the tragic loss of Princess Charlotte, the only daughter of George IV, occurred while she was giving birth to a stillborn child. This heartbreaking event wiped out 2 generations of potential heirs to the throne, creating a sense of urgency among the king's unmarried brothers to produce a legitimate successor. In response to the crisis, Edward, the Duke of Kent, and the 4th son of George III, hastily entered into marriage with Marie-Louise Victor, the Dowager Duchess of Leiningen from Germany. She had 2 children from her previous marriage, one of whom was Princess Theodore, who became a beloved half-sister to Victoria. William, the Duke of Clarence, later known as William IV, decided to abandon his long-time mistress and tied the knot with Princess Adeline of Saxe-Meiningen. The Duke of Kent and his pregnant wife swiftly returned to England, and their daughter was born at Kensington Palace. The baby girl was christened Alexandrina Victoria at the palace and took her place as a potential heir to the throne, following her uncle William IV, any surviving children he might have, and her own father. On the 24th of May 1819, a momentous arrival of the future Queen Victoria occurred. Coincidentally, her birth date coincided with that of her paternal grandfather, King George III, although his birthday was later shifted to the 4th of June due to the transition from the Julian calendar to the new Georgian style. Through pursuing an extensively detailed newspaper account of that day, we discovered a chronicle of the events leading up to her birth, hour by hour, which we are pleased to share with you. Up until the previous Thursday, the Duchess of Kent had been taking walks in Kensington Garden. However, on Friday, Her Royal Highness experienced slight indisposition, which persisted throughout Saturday and Sunday, as the signs of her imminent delivery of a prince or princess grew more apparent. In the morning, the Duke of Kent departed from Kensington Palace to visit Carlton House and inform the Prince Regent about the condition of his royal Duchess. The room designated for the Duchess's confinement was located on the eastern side of the palace, adjacent to a public path originating from Kensington Gardens. To shield Her Royal Highness from disturbances caused by various noises, the gate leading to the path was closed by order of the Prince Regent. Dr. Davis, the esteemed physician attending to the Duke and Duchess, was privileged to be entrusted with the responsibility of assisting the Duchess during childbirth. He made frequent visits to Her Royal Highness, and on Sunday he paid her 3 visits, with the final one taking place at 7 o'clock in the evening, before his return to town. At noon, considering the imminent arrival of the Duchess's baby, both she and those attending to her concurred that the time of delivery was swiftly approaching. Hence the Duke of Sussex's carriage was dispatched to Dr. Davison's residence in George Street, Hanover Square, to bring the doctor back with utmost haste. Simultaneously, messengers were sent to notify the members of the Privy Council assigned to be present on the occasion, summoning their attendance in accordance with the laws of England governing royal births. The Marquis of Lansdowne had the distinction of the first Privy Councillor to arrive at the palace, reaching there 15 minutes before 2 o'clock. Mr. Canning followed suit, arriving promptly at 2 o'clock, while the Duke of Wellington joined about 15 minutes later. Around the same time, the Duke of Sussex made his entrance from his quarters within the palace, and Earl Bathurst, the Bishop of London, and the Chancellor of the Exchequer followed suit. However, the Chancellor's arrival was delayed until approximately 3 o'clock, as he was visiting his mother at Blackleaf. The members of the Privy Council convened in the saloon adjoining the Duchess's chamber, and at 4:15 o'clock they received confirmation of the Duchess giving birth to a healthy baby girl. This joyous event was officially certified as follows: "We, the undersigned, hereby certify that Her Royal Highness the Duchess of Kent safely delivered a living female child at 4:15 o'clock in the morning of the 24th day of May 1819. The designated room for the nursery in the palace is the former north drawing room. Dispatches were promptly sent to notify the Prince Regent, the Duke and Duchess of York, the Duke and Duchess of Gloucester, Princess Sophia of Gloucester, and Princesses Augusta and Sophia at Windsor. The Duke of Kent demonstrated remarkable affectionate devotion to his amiable Duchess, remaining by her side until 9 o'clock before retiring for rest. Despite having been awake throughout the entire night and having very little rest the night before, His Royal Highness prioritised the care of his beloved Duchess. Dr. Davis remained in attendance until 10 o'clock. A statement summarising the event was issued from the palace, providing the names of the esteemed individuals from His Majesty's Privy Council who were present at the Duchess of Kent's delivery. His Royal Highness the Duke of Sussex, His Grace the Duke of Wellington, the Archbishop of Canterbury, the Most Noble Marquis of Lansdowne, the Right Honourable Earl Bathurst, the Right Honourable George Canning, the Bishop of London, and the Chancellor of Exchequer. At 4:15 o'clock in the morning, Her Royal Highness the Duchess of Kent safely gave birth to a princess. Furthermore, General Wetherall, General Moore, and Captain Conroyd were present to provide their support. Around 11 o'clock, the Earl of Liverpool visited the palace to express his respectful inquiries. Her Royal Highness the Duchess of Kent and her infant continued to be in a favourable condition, and a few days later the Morning Post published the following report. Considering the illustrious future that awaits the royal infant, nothing adds more to the joy of its parents and the entire nation. Aside from its birth in dear old England, it is an event that truly enhances the satisfaction of all, for should she ascend to the throne of this great empire, every true patriot of this country hopes that she will reign in the hearts of the inhabitants, just like her revered grandfather. The nation already begins to harbour the hope that the beloved and cherished name of Charlotte will grace the infant's baptismal ceremony.